thought aviation was incredibly exciting, and I liked model rockets. I used to fly model rockets when I was in elementary school, and just making stuff go fast and high, it was really exciting. And of course, if you'd asked me if I wanted to be an astronaut, I would have said, absolutely, but it wasn't something that I carried as a goal since childhood. And then in college, I became an engineer and learned how stuff works and how to build things. And I got a job in an aerospace company, and we were building satellites and satellite parts. And I got to meet a few astronauts. And when I met them, I realized that, hey, it's a job. And I never even thought of being an astronaut as a job. And then I heard that they were taking applications for that job. So I thought, well, geez, who doesn't want to be an astronaut? I mean, everybody wants to be an astronaut in my mind. So got the application, filled it in, mailed it off, and almost forgot about it. I just felt like I bought the lottery ticket, stuck it in my pocket, and forgot about it. And I was really surprised when they gave me a call and asked me if I wanted to interview, and equally surprised when I got selected for the class of '96. Oh, it's fun. I mean, it's sort of back to school. For the first 2 years, we're called astronaut candidates, or ASCANs for short. And ASCAN training is learning everything you can about NASA. So we go to all the centers and we learn about what they do. It's all about learning how the space station works. When I joined, it was all about learning how the space shuttle works. And then it's all the skills that you're going to need to be an astronaut. So some robotic skills and some spacewalking skills and some fix-it skills and some speaking skills. And so it's sort of going to school for almost 2 years, and then when you come out of it, you're an eligible astronaut for assignment. And I guess it was 4 years after I joined that I got selected for my first mission. It felt pretty normal pretty quickly. When we go up on the space shuttle, we don't dock for about until the third day. And so that means we have 2 full days of living in the space shuttle to kind of get used to weightlessness, to get used to brushing your teeth in weightlessness and putting on your socks, which is comically difficult to do in weightlessness. And so you've sort of adapted that sort of doing your everyday stuff in weightlessness. Now you get into the station and it's a real benefit. There's just a lot more room. The space station is outfitted with lots of computers to provide you some entertainment and also communications with home. So you can talk to your family virtually every day. And so that feels a lot more normal. And so living on the space station, I thought, was a very fast adaptation. The 2 great things about being in space, from a personal point of view, are floating and looking out the window. Looking out the window is a spectacular privilege. We're 200 and something miles above the surface of the Earth. We're going 17,000 miles an hour. We cover most of the populated landmass because of the inclination of our orbit. To look down at the Earth and see both very familiar sights like your hometown and unfamiliar sights like the middle of Australia, which is incredibly beautiful. That was a motivator every day for space, in space for me. So even out the little window, it was amazing. So now you put the helmet on, you put the spacesuit on, you get in the airlock, you close the door behind you, you open the door out into space, and now your window has become a full 180-degree mask view. And the thing about spacewalks is we're not out there for the view, we're out there to do the work. And I would say every spacewalk will tell you the view is great, we think. My memory of the spacewalks really is what's here, and I had to force myself to have moments where I could appreciate the setting and the view and take some pictures and sort of remember it that way. It is spectacular. It's amazing to hold on to the space station. You're going 17,500 miles an hour. And hold on and just sort of look down at your feet, and 200 miles under your feet, there goes the coast of California, and then, oops, 9 minutes later, there goes New York City as you're flying over and then on your way to Europe. Well, the biggest surprise to me was that when you're in space with the weightlessness, I call weightlessness 75% enjoyable, 75% unbelievably fun, 25% just a pain in the neck. And the pain in the neck aspect is on the ground, you're used to doing things without thinking. You're used to writing something down and putting the pen down. The pen stays there and the paper stays there, and you can turn around, and when you turn back, the pen's there, the paper's there. Well, since everything floats in space, you have to think absolutely about everything you touch and everything that you want to touch. When you're eating in space, you have to, generally people will eat one thing at a time, because to eat your meat and your potatoes and your drink, you have to hold down, tie down, affix each item between, if you're going to pick up something new. Otherwise you're just juggling stuff, and it'll get out of control. One of the pleasures of coming back to space, to the ground, was not having to think about eating, not having to think about my utensils. I can put them down and it was magic. They just stayed right there.